It's time to rate the players and the big win against Austria. Steve Clark in.
Steve Clark in. I might double down on that. Steve Clark in. And before we go any further, Stevie O'Donnell is better than Nathan Parsons.
We'll get into the ratings.
Right, we're going to start off with the man in between the sticks, Craig Gordon, the oldest man on the field. And honestly, don't think he had a lot to do tonight. So maybe that just shows how well we defended. He made a couple of saves, but it wasn't like he was making loads. Even he came out and said in his post-match interview, he said himself that he'd very little to do, and that if the lads defend in front of him like they keep doing, like they did tonight, then he'll have a few more years left in the tank at international level. So I think that just sums up how good defensively we were tonight. I'm trying to think of the saves that he did make, and
The one from Hinteregger.
yeah, the one from Hinteregger. But again, it was kind of straight off him. It was a good save, quick reflexes. But again, I'd have been disappointed had he not saved it. But I mean, apart from that, even late on, Alaba's free kick, I think he had it covered. So
I'll give him a 7.
I'm going to give him a 7. If he was busier, I could have given him higher. But I just due to I mean,
Talking about dog shite though, Stephen O'Donnell up next. I'll give him a 7. I'm sorry, the final product was diabolical, but you know what?
defensively, the guy's good, right? Yeah, he is good. Like, I think he's a big physical guy.
He can make good runs,
Nathan
but his end product is
Patterson to me looks like some wee guy that would just get bullied. Like, see if Nathan Patterson came up against Lukaku. I think,
Yeah, I agree
like
with that.
Lukaku would probably rape O'Donnell as well. Like, probably rape them both at the same time. But point being, I just feel like Nathan, he's very small, isn't he? Like,
No, but you can't tell me against Moldova or Faroe Islands you want O'Donnell ahead of Patterson. There's just no fucking need.
I think Nathan Patterson's better on the ball.
Oh.
And he seems more skillful, but I do agree that O'Donnell looks a more attacking threat without the ball. I generally do believe that.
But he doesn't do anything with it, so...
Well, he's fucking... Today, he made that great run, he was clean through. Forced a good save off Bowman.
Aye, but he should be scoring that.
He doesn't... Well, I know, but he doesn't really have the pace. Yeah, as you can see, Alaba caught him.
Right, 7.
Now, if that was Nathan Patterson, perhaps he would have scored. But would he have made the run? No. I'm going to give O'Donnell a 7 as well. I mean, I'm tempted to give him an 8 here.
He made the run, no. I mean, all Patterson did against Moldova was fucking runs, but alright, we'll just bury the guy.
Oh, he's never through like that.
It was his first fucking game against Moldova.
Currently, we're watching Alaba scream at the Austrian fans, and you better be careful, or he might
Jack Hendry.
He might get told to.
Hendry.
Local hero. Well, he was our hero tonight. He put on a good defensive display.
I'll give him a 7.
Yeah, the best. Yeah, I mean, 7's all round. I'm going to give him a 7 as well.
Wow.
I think Jack Henry's coming leaps and bounds. I bet you Celtic are raging that they got rid of him. For me, he is a starter, especially when you play free at the back. I think he's definitely ahead of McKenna and Cooper and Declan Gallagher. I'd like to see John Suter get into the team as well, though, if I'm being honest. I know it's not going to happen.
I think that's our best back three.
It is, but Hanley's suspended next game, and I'd like to see Suter get called up. Don't know why not. Plays good for Hearts. He's only a matter of time before he gets a big money move away.
Ah well, 7. 7 guys.
7.
Next up we've Grant Hanley again. Very solid game. I'll give him a 7.
Yeah.
He didn't have any headers this game that fucking annoyed me, so it's a 7.
Like, it's dangerous from an attacking threat. The fact that it's a bit like O'Donnell. Not that O'Donnell's good at getting in attacking positions. Yeah. He's good at getting in like positions to win headers, but like O'Donnell can't finish. This guy can't fucking finish either. So, I'll give him a 7. I think 7's fair. Tierney.
I'm
going to give Tierney a 6 for me. I thought he was very quiet today.
What? Aye. I'll give him a 7. Nice, so 6 point. Fuck me, really?
Am I being harsh?
I'd say at the back three is the best.
Am I being harsh?
Yeah, I'd say so.
I'll give him a 7 then. Oh fuck, I'll give him a 7. Not allowed to give him a 6. Kieran Tierney, Arsenal man, not allowed to give him a 6.
Right, Andy Robertson, I mean, again, he's kind of anonymous, but I'll give him a 7.
I'll give him a 7.
What did he actually do, though?
I know. But you can say what you want about O'Donnell. I think we look more threatening than the right.
And it's fucking not right.
Right, I'll give Robert. We'll give him a 7, right? We'll give the goalkeepers in the back line a 7. Although you could argue, right, that we basically stopped Austria from doing anything, and the goalkeeper in the defence, well, maybe not so much the goalkeeper, but nobody in the defence can get an 8.
Yeah.
Is that not a problem?
Yeah, aye.
Have we not underrated these guys tonight?
But I don't feel like Austria did anything.
Yeah, alright, okay.
I don't really recall anyone doing fucking last ditch.
So you think it was more the team controlled the game rather than we had to defend for our lives?
Next up,
fair enough.
Mcgregor, I'll give him a 6. I think he was the weakest midfielder and player so far.
I mean, we say it's the weakest midfielder, but when you're in the midfield with Gilmour and McGinn, you probably are going to be the weakest midfielder.
Yeah,
I'll give Cal McGregor a 6. At the moment, I would say I'm saying looking at this team, I'd say he's the guy whose position is like most vulnerable. I just don't know if this guy can keep starting. I mean, we'd like to see someone else get. Who we got? I mean, there's Christie, Turnbull, Ferguson.
We won 1-0, so I'm not going to go through the guy for fuck's sake.
I'm not going to go through him either.
Like 6 out of 10.
Right, Billy Gilmour.
Another good game. Guy should always start every game. Him and McGinn, like, you can't get rid of those two.
No, definitely.
I'll give Gilmour a 7.
He controls the game again, didn't he? I'll give him a 7. I mean, you see this guy, it reminds me of Pirlo. It doesn't look like Pirlo, but it reminds me of Pirlo. The way he plays. The way he just passes the ball in the midfield is like so calm and you wouldn't think this guy's 19?
No, 19, 20.
He plays like a veteran. He plays like he's about to fucking retire. Hopefully he never retires because he's solid and for me he's getting a 7. 7 for Gilmour. Up next we've got John McGinn.
Super John McGinn.
I'm going to give John McGinn an 8. I think he was arguably our best player tonight. I felt like going for he created the chance for the penalty. He was kind of through on goal. Could have shot. He didn't. He ran. He turned his back. He held off the defender. Played in Shea Adams. Then he got brought down.
All it was missing was a goal.
Yeah, and he could have had a goal. Dykes with a great pass to McGinn late into the second half, and he had it. It was actually, it looked like a corner to me. I thought it took a deflection, but the referee didn't give it.
I'll give him an 8.
You give him an 8, aye? 8, there you go. Shea Adams.
You know what? There is points for this guy. It's just very.
I'm not his biggest fan, you know what? But I thought he ran well tonight, and
I'll give him a 7.
That's what I was going to give him.
Final product. He gave it his all, and he did a lot of interceptions, but he's just. I need to see more from my strikers.
I tell you what, I think he works okay with Dykes, but I would hate to see this guy up front in his own.
Yeah.
You know,
no fucking nothing.
I think it's a partnership with Dykes. I mean, I think it works, but I mean, see if this guy was up front with like a Fraser. Fuck me, I think he'd be a long night ahead. I'm going to give him a 7. Last but not least, Lyndon Dykes, the goal scorer. I'm giving him an 8.
He bullied the defender.
He fucking. I don't know. To be honest, it's mad how Adams got the yellow card and Dykes didn't.
I know.
For me, Dykes was destroying them, but I like that. 20 minutes in, and he was battering the Austrians. Like, he was showing that, you know. And I think we need that because you look at the rest of the team, and like the Scotland team is a bit like scrawny and thin, and you know what I mean. You look at the midfield, like McGinn, Gilmour, they're not big guys.
Mcgregor.
Then you've got Dykes up front. You feel like you could batter anybody. So I liked it. He showed a lot of aggression, fight from the start. He's good at winning headers. He must win 50-50 headers every time Gordon punts up or whatever. I mean, Steve Clark says we're not a long ball team, but could you really blame us if we turn into a long ball team? Because with Dykes, like, he does win so many headers, he gets the flick-ons, and I think that's when Dykes and Adams are at their best.
You know what's interesting? On BBC Sport, Cal McGregor's for highest rated. I didn't see it.
How fucking was Dykes?
I didn't. Anyway, though, Dykes gets an 8.
I'm getting him an 8.
Subs.
Christie.
Had about 20 minutes, came on for Dykes, didn't do him an awful lot. He ran a bit, kind of what Adams does. So I'll give him a 6.
I'll give him a 7. I'll give him a 7 with McGregor. Paul McGinn, that guy that I thought did absolutely nothing.
Yeah. He had a good pass, I remember. But I mean, that's not.
A game of 5.
Ah, game of 5.
It's nice to see him get a cap. Because, I mean, it must be shite his brother being John.
He says wee Paul. And then there's Stephen, who did fuck all.
What's he play for now? St Mirren or something?
St Mirren or something.
He ever going to get a cap?
Oh, fuck.
I think Clark will give him one so he doesn't feel left out. Lewis Ferguson, I never came on, didn't do nothing.
2 5s here for him and Nisbet.
Yeah, I mean, not enough time. I feel like if you give them less than a 5, you're being very negative because they never had time to impact the game, but that's what it is. Right, up next, the manager, Stevie Clark.
I'll give him an 8.
I'm going to give him an 8. Probably, I'd like to see him be a wee bit more passionate though in his post-match interview. He came out as if, see in the interview, you'd have thought we'd lost 1-0.
I know.
But then again, I think he feels a bit of like, what's the word? I think he feels a bit of like what's that word? Fucking
About what? Fucking give me a hint here. You fucking talking a load of shit. I'm sitting here like Andy liquor.
like when you feel like hard done by.
He doesn't want to big himself up and shit.
No, I feel like I think he feels like you know, like Bottas, like for who they're concerned, fuck you, kinda. I think that's the way Clark feels. You know, it's like I feel he feels like he's under pressure. He gets a lot of criticism, and when it's so like when he wins, he wants to be like he think he plays it down.
Aye.
You know, because he doesn't. He's like, well, fuck you. She's never had faith in me, so kind of, you know what I mean. Rather than be yes, we done it, guys. We're going.
I'll still give him an 8 though.
Alright, no, I'll give him an 8. I mean, he couldn't ask for much more. Better team by far. It was never going to be an easy game.
What, though, right? As good as it was, I think Austria are fucking awful at points. Like,
yeah, and overall,
I think it's a 7.
I'll give it a 7. I think we should be scoring more goals. I mean, you look at this game, and I think we should have won by more than 1-0. Moldova, we should have won by more than 1-0. And it's alright saying you keep clean. I mean, Steve Clark has said it.
Everyone's shocked about this, right? This is what we should.
I think on paper we're a better team than Austria.
Right, yes, I'm well aware of that, right? But going into this game, I've no faith, right? That's the truth.
No,
I know on paper.
2-1.
See, on paper, we should no
Yo,
doubt.
call me delusional. I thought we should have been aiming to win this group.
Yeah, we should have.
See when I seen Denmark was the team we got pot 1, I thought we can win this.
Not anymore.
But anyway, right, overall, I'll give them a 7. It was great performance all round. But I do feel like I do feel like Austria just weren't that good. Whether it's a case of we didn't let them play, or maybe they just can't play, maybe they're shite, I don't know. But keep in mind, this is a team that took Italy to the semi-final, took Italy to extra time in the Euros.
Yep.
So, you know, I think we need to give ourselves credit. This is a good victory tonight. We got the win, got the 3 points. And now it's in our own hands, guys. We've got 3 games up next. Israel at Hampden, followed by games back-to-back against Moldova and Faroe Islands. And if we win those 3 games, we're through. All we need is win those. If we win those 3 games, we don't even need to play Denmark and we get second. So we need to...
It's funny, like we could be playing Wales for fucking a playoff or something.
Yep, and I'd fancy this big time to beat Wales. I mean, they've got Gareth Bale, but what else do they have? No, fucking lot. Anyway, guys, that is it. There's your player ratings. Good performance tonight. Happy with the win. Just would have liked to have seen. I'd like to see us go out and beat somebody decent for like 3-0.
I know.
See winning by 1 goal at a time. It's fucking.
It was a penalty.
I know. I mean,
we just can't score.
At the end of the day, I mean, we're on about how well we played, but at the end of the day, I mean, we won 1-0 thanks to a penalty. So, you know, if we don't get that penalty, do we win? It's hard to tell. But anyway, guys, there's your player ratings. Let us know what you thought down below. And that's it, guys. Till next time. Peace.